Welcome to Cedars and welcome to worship.
wisdoms and older truths. Oh, of how-tos, why not? And watch this. She knows that some wisdoms come with wrinkles, that gray hair is a crown because it's been through the storms and still standing. The woman, at the well, knew thirst, real thirst, soul thirst, a desperate thirst, the kind that 5 husbands couldn't quench. Until she met living water and became the first evangelist, running back to tell a whole town, come and see. That's wisdom, knowing when you found the answer and refuse to keep it to yourself. Lois passed it to Eunice. Eunice passed it to Timothy. 3 generations deep in genuine faith. Because wisdom is an inheritance you can't spend, only share. Grandmother's hands know when to hold a baby and a boundary at the very same time. Mother's voices know when to correct and when to simply cover with prayer. The Proverbs 31st woman, she opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. Not harshness, not judgment, kindness. Wisdom knows the difference between speaking truth and speaking hurt. She knows that some battles aren't worth fighting, that some seasons require silence. Some seeds take years to grow, but they will grow if you're faithful. She knows how to stretch a dollar, how to stretch and create a feast with coins in her purse, how to stretch grace, how to stretch herself without breaking. She knows that prayer works, that God is faithful, that weeping may endure for the night, but joy, oh joy, joy, really does come in the morning. She knows your name. She knows your mother's name, your grandmother's name, the names of people who loved you before you could remember. Because she's the keeper of memories. Young ones ask, how did you make it through? She doesn't sugarcoat. She says, child, it wasn't easy, but God. And those 2 words hold libraries. She is a walking well, deep with living water. All who come to her thirsty leave satisfied. So honor her, learn from her, sit at her feet while you can, because wells of wisdom don't run dry. They just wait for the next generation to come and drink deeply. And when you've drunk your fill, become a well yourself, because that's what she taught you. To receive, then pour out. To learn, then teach. To be blessed, then be blessing. She knows. Now, because of her, you know.
Happy Sabbath, church. Good afternoon. My name is Kiana, for those who don't know, and I just want to share my testimony, if that's okay with everyone. Okay, so some people may have heard this testimony, but I do think someone will be blessed today from this testimony. Yes. So I graduated from nursing school from Oakwood University in May 2021. And I wasn't able to get my diploma right away because the nursing department was having some accreditation issues. I didn't receive my actual diploma until December of 2020. It was a long 6 months of fighting for my diploma. But I knew God would work it out somehow. I knew for a fact this was the only thing holding me back from starting my nursing career. So finally, I got my diploma in December, but even then, it was another hurdle. The wait to get my authorization to take my national nursing exam. The state I was trying to obtain my nursing license reported that they never received the information they needed from my school. So another waiting period began. Finally, I got my authorization to test in May of 2022. By now, it was a year from finishing nursing school. All I kept hearing is this test for a third time, and I failed again. I realized I needed to change my environment and focus solely on this exam. Nothing else. So I moved to Virginia Beach and studied every day, all day. Then I got a notification that the test, they were changing the version of the exam that I've been studying for. And in nursing school, it was just this one exam that we were just studying for. I never heard of this new format. So I spent several long months studying for this new format. And I went in to take it for the fourth time. And I failed again. At this point, I was devastated. It had been 2 years since I graduated, and nothing was going as planned. Close friends were saying, "You'll never pass this exam." Or maybe that door isn't for you, and maybe you should consider something else. Even though they were saying all this, I knew in my heart that God wanted me to be a nurse. I didn't know when it would happen, but I knew my time would come. So I started cutting off communication with some friends and families because I was embarrassed. I avoided trips, gatherings, because I didn't want to be asked about nursing. I started isolating myself. Eventually, I decided to take the exam for the 5th time, fully believing this would be the time